Dear students, welcome to Department of Civil Engineering. Now we'll discuss the Unit 1 Fluid Flow around submerged objects. Various objects we have to discuss. First object is inclined plate, horizontal plate and circular discs. So we have to study the lift and drag forces acting on these submerged objects. This is the direction of fluid flow. Next object is kite. So kite is always trying to soar in the vertical upward direction. There is a string. User can control the kite. So there is always tension in the string. Lift forces and drag forces acting on the kites we have to study in detail. Then parachute coming vertically downward direction. How the lift and drag forces acting in case of parachute. This is the direction of wind. Then drag on sphere. Then we have to study various aerofoils, the elements of aerofoil, performance with the help of wind tunnel experiments by varying angle of attacks. Then application of aerofoils for aeroplanes, submarine. Then to design the aerodynamic shape of cars, you can understand the lift and drag forces acting on the cars, how to work out the thrust to overcome the required drag. Then rotating cylinder, we have to understand the effects of lift and drag forces. Then Magnus effect in case of rotating cylinder. Kármán vortex trail, we have to understand the wake formation. So these are the contents for Unit 1 Fluid flow around submerged objects. Inclined plate, horizontal plate, circular wall, kites, parachutes, drag on sphere, different types of aerofoils, aeroplanes, submarine, aerodynamic shape of cars, rotating cylinder, Magnus effect, Kármán vortex trail. I will discuss the drag and lift forces. Now consider a stationary body. Fluid is flowing in this direction with a velocity u. Now fluid is always exerting a pressure on this body in inclined direction. So for example, the force is acting in the direction F R. You can resolve this force into two components, horizontal component and vertical component. So the force which is resolved in horizontal component, which is parallel to the direction of fluid motion, is known as drag force and symbol is Fd. Mathematically you can work out the drag force by this relation. You will have the expression for the same. CD coefficient of drag into area acting on the surface, density of medium rho, velocity of flow u square divided by 2. So force exerted on the body in a direction parallel to the direction of motion when fluid is moving and body is stationary, or vice versa. In simple, we can say that force which will be applied by the fluid over the body in the direction of motion is known as drag force. Similarly, we can estimate the lift force. So lift force is perpendicular to the direction of motion or direction of drag force. So the symbol is Fl. You can estimate mathematically. Fl equal to Cl, coefficient of lift, area rho u square by 2. So this is a simple terminology: drag force and lift force and resultant force acting on the submerged objects. Now once you know the drag force and lift force, you can find out the resultant, or if resultant is known, you can estimate the drag force and lift force. So where CD is coefficient of drag, Cl is the coefficient of lift, area of the body which is projected of the body perpendicular to the direction of flow, Fr is the resultant force, rho is the density of the fluid, kg per meter cube, u is the flow velocity, meter per second. You can estimate the thrust also. So while designing the aerodynamic shape of cars, we know that this is the direction of wind, drag force in the direction of motion, lift force perpendicular to the drag force. Now, to overcome this drag, we have to run the car. So the force required to overcome the drag force is known as thrust. Mathematically, you can work out the thrust Fd into u, where Fd is drag force, u is the velocity of flow. So this you have to overcome to run the car. So drag is basically an undesirable effect, and we want to reduce the effect of drag because it takes power to overcome it. So that's why it is necessary to design the aerodynamic shape of car so that drag force will be minimum. So you can overcome the, or you can increase the speed of car. So the thrust power required to overcome the drag force can be calculated by this relation. But in some cases, drag force is also required. For example, in case of applying the brakes, in case of parachute. So basically, drag force is in the direction of motion, lift force perpendicular to the drag force, resultant force acting on the body. You can resolve into two parts. Opposite to drag force is thrust, opposite to lift force is gravity. So this is the fundamentals related to the drag force and lift force acting on the submerged object. Now we'll discuss in detail one by one all the objects, how the lift and drag occurs. Thank you.